Hey, welcome to an LA Life podcast. Today is Wednesday, November 8th. Things are good here. Hopefully they're good where you're at. Gonna have some good weather again today. There's a chance we may get up into the 70s in November, which also means we could be down in the 20s in just a couple of days. But anyways, it's a good day. Good to be here. Hope life is going well for you all. Let me just go back and ask you, does anyone remember March 24th, 2020? I'm guessing you don't remember that unless it's your birthday or you have an anniversary on that day. But on March 24th, 2020, that was our first LA Life podcast that we did. And here we are we'll just say 3.5 years later, almost 200 episodes later, and we're still trying to give you some midweek things to think about, some midweek things that you can hopefully apply back into your life. And so here's what we read all the way back in 2020. This is out of the book of John, chapter 16. And it says, I have said these things to you, that in me you may have peace. In the world you will have tribulation, but take heart, I've overcome the world. And so we read that back 3.5 years ago. And remember, that word tribulation means trouble. It means pressure being applied to your life. We have words like peace in there, which in Jesus we have peace. And then he gives us another word in there, overcome, which means victory. But here's the question that we asked 3.5 years ago, and I'm going to ask it again today. The question was, how has the coronavirus, the shutdown, the quarantine applied pressure to your life? Right? Well, it's really the same question that we can ask today, but we can change a few things. And so here's the question. And remember those words. Tribulation means trouble and pressure applied. We can have peace in Jesus, and we can have victory because we're in Jesus. But here's the question. If we look at today's world, how has the Ukraine or Israel war put pressure on you? How has the rising cost of everything, from our insurance to gas to food to interest rates, utilities, how has that applied pressure to your life? Maybe it's the political scene. Maybe it's still COVID. I know of people that are still testing positive for COVID, and maybe it's just physical ailments. As we get older, the body just begins to break down, and we feel this pressure being applied. Well, Jesus gives this simple message in John chapter 16 because he's getting ready to leave the world. He's getting ready to go to the cross. He's going to be buried. He's going to rise again. He's going to go to heaven. And he's trying to prepare his followers, his disciples, and he's trying to remind them that you're going to feel pressure. There's going to be things that are going to happen in your life that are going to apply pressure. But he gives them those other key words. He says, but in me you may have peace. In me you're going to overcome. You're going to have victory over this world. And so let me just say it again. This midweek on November 8th, same message we really gave 3.5 years ago, but let me put it into today. There's pressure being applied somewhere in your life. If you're a student, maybe you feel pressure being applied because you've got a test coming up. You got a paper to write in college. Again, if you're an adult, you feel pressure at work. If you're retired, you feel pressure. Is my retirement going to last? Maybe you're having some physical ailments. But as Jesus says, let me read it to you again. He says, in me, you may have peace. In Jesus, we're going to be okay. The pressure's still going to be applied, but with Jesus and in Jesus, we experience a peace in our life. But then he also goes on, and I love this word, at the end of verse 16, he says, I have overcome the world. Take heart, I've overcome the world. Well, we know in 1 John chapter 5, he also tells us that we will overcome the world because we're in Jesus. And so we hang on to those words, even though pressure is being applied in our life. But that last one, overcome, victory. You know, when we're waiting for the victory to happen, it can be very difficult. In fact, we struggle with the pressure being applied until victory happens. Last night, I was watching college basketball. My favorite time of the year, college basketball is here. I love this time of year. And I was watching IU in their home opener. I didn't get to turn it on until about 14 minutes left in the second half. And IU goes cold. They can't hit anything. They're turning the ball over, and they go down. I think they were down as many as 8 points. And I'm texting back and forth with Ross, and I'm just frustrated because I see no victory in sight at this point. Well, the long and short of it is IU goes on a run. They hang on to win the game. While I was waiting for the victory, I felt this pressure of myself being a fan, and I'm hollering at the TV, and I'm mad because we can't even inbounds the ball, right? But then when we win and the victory happens, I'm like, all right, man, all is good. Turn it off. I'm good to go. That's what Jesus is encouraging us today, is he's saying, I've overcome the world. And to get to the victory, we're going to have some pressure applied. Let me just say it this way then today. God is greater than our highs and our lows of life. And when we're in Jesus, even at the best moments of life, he's still better than that. The worst moments of life, he's better than that. We just need to hang on when pressure is applied. We need to hang on and know that we have peace in Jesus, and we ultimately are we are going to overcome the world because of Jesus Christ in our life. So there you go. There's a midweek message for you today. Hopefully that's something you can hang on to, and things can be just a good day as you remind yourself that no matter what's happening today, God is greater. Hope to see you guys on Sunday. We'll be here at 9 o'clock, 10:30. Love to have you guys join us on a Sunday morning or online. There you go. Love you guys. Have a great day.